on Treeline Lane. I'm Larry Marble. It's time for a big old heaping helping of ag information. You're listening to our program courtesy of the good folks at D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's DD, TexasOutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat courtesy of John Tuggle and Company Corpus. Corn and bean futures got a boost from USDA's weekly export demand report yesterday, finding new export sales to the communist Chinese. Also, it's still hot and dry in much of Europe, and that continues to take a toll on their crops. The heat wave across much of the communist Chinese country is now in its 64th day, the longest on record. 262 weather stations around communist China have recorded temperatures of 104, and at least 8 have recorded temperatures up to 111. The current heat is forecast to continue for at least another week. KC wheat futures were down 76 by the bushel, closing down every day during this week. The continuing exports of wheat out of the Ukraine and U.S. government's purchases of 150,000 metric tons of Ukrainian wheat have contributed to the sharp decline. Corpus Christi's Public Elevator and Archer Daniels Midland opened for Milo trucks this week 8 to 4:45. Anderson 7 to 3. Cargill is open 7 to 5 through Friday and 7 to 3 on Saturday. For help marketing your grains, John Tuggle and Company Corpus. We're on the line with Jody Fry from Producers in Cargyle, San Angelo. Jody, how was our Thursday cattle sale?
Had a good sale. Had right at 1,600 head. Very similar numbers to what we've had the last month or so. Had some pretty good quality cattle on offer today. Those better quality calves and yearlings sold fully $4 to $6 higher. Instances $10 to $12 higher on some of those choice lightweight calves. Slaughter cows, about steady on those today. Still good demand, especially for those heavyweight and high yielding slaughter cows and bulls. Those cows average to high yielding from 60 to 74. Some of the highest yielding slaughter cows from 76 to a high of 84. Bred cows, just a few small groups of medium to heavy bred cows from 800 to 1,200. I believe we did have one individual bred cow that brought 1,300. Your better quality steer calves, 400 to 600 pounds, from 150 up to a high of 215, mostly 160 to 190. 600 to 800 pound steers, 135, all the way up to a high of 180, mostly 145 to 165. Heifer calves, 400 to 600 pounds, 130, all the way up to a high of near 185, mostly 145 to 165. 600 to 800 pound heifers, 115 to 160, mostly 130 to 145. Would like to mention the top selling steers today, some weaned and vaccinated steers, 18 of them in a group that weighed 518, that brought 215. 18 more off the same ranch, they weighed 469 and brought 222. So really good demand on the right kind of cattle on today's market.
What do you think for next week, Jody Fry?
Well, we're just talking about that weekend forecast. We'll see how it plays out. And on Monday, that could curtail the sheep and goat numbers a bit. You know what, we've been 4 or 5 weeks in a row here, just one side or another of 7,000 head. But if it's just localized rain, I would still say 6,000 or more. Hopefully it'll cover some country and we'll be way short of that. But it hadn't materialized yet. Cattle numbers, I look for that to back up. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 1,400 head next Thursday.
Jody, tell everybody how to contact you.
You bet. The office number is 325-653-3371. My mobile phone's 234-7895.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a quick look at the meat moves from yesterday. The National Park Carcass Cutout value up 144 at 119.91. Federal hog slaughter 1.870 million head, 1,000 more week to week, but still 21,000 head below the same week last year. Box beef prices for Thursday afternoon mixed. The Choice Select spread widening to $26.92. Choice was up a nickel to $264.39. Select down by 42. Week to date slaughter 499,000 head through Thursday, 3,000 head up from last week, 12,000 larger than the same week last year. We saw confirmed sales of 142 in the south, 146 to 150 in the north. Dress sales mostly 234. Neighbor, there's your meat moves from Thursday. We're on the line with Kenny Mingus from Milam County Livestock Auction. Cameron, it's Thursday night, 7 p.m. Going to have a sale on Friday. What do you see, Kenny?
Well, you know, we were awful busy earlier today, and I think everybody was kind of trying to beat the rain, and we did get a little rain in spots, and so we're a little lighter. We got tagging on about 1,250 right now, and maybe a few more. Thinking we're going to have around 15 to 17, 1,800, something like that. And out of that mix, probably going to have around 300 cows.
All right, right. The quality of the steers and or calves and yearlings.
It's good. You know, got Got a few little jackpot pins. But other than that, got, some deals of 40 and 50 and 70 that are pretty dadgum good. Quality's good for the amount of cattle that we've got.
Well,
Got a few little stocker cows, okay, too, scattered through the same. A few little old gentle pairs and good mini palpates, and got a set of Brayford heifers here that have just come off a set of cows, and they're pretty nice also. So,
well, good. So
good bit of stuff to look at.
If you've got the country, he's got the cows. Kenny, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You bet. Catch us at the office Monday through Wednesday at 254-697-6697. Follow us on our webpage at MilamCountyLivestockAuction.com or catch us on Facebook.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Neighbor, let's talk about PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, San Antonio, High, Hondo, Kerrville, Robstown, Jourdanton, and Laredo. Contact the Hondo store at 830-426-2912. That's 830-426-2912. Remember, that's PMI, Pipe, Steel, and Fencing, pipemovers.com. We're on the line with Leroy Kruger. Leroy, you said you were checking cows and checking water. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
That's a daily kind of thing, though, right?
Kind of everyday deal almost.
Yeah, that and dropping liquid out and putting hay out and all those kind of things.
Oh, yeah, just life and times of the drought, But it does show to be a little blue clouds in the north, so maybe either north wind's coming or rain's coming. I'd take either one of them right now to get rid of heat.
Yeah, one of them would cool you off, and one of them would make you feel a whole lot better.
We got blessed with a little rain there last weekend, So we was, over the weekend here, we got, I guess, about 1 3/4 at the house down D County and Fashion area, a couple of inches. In Laredo, we kind of got stuck in a hole where they had big rains in Laredo. Like, a friend of mine lives in town. One day, he called me and said, "Man, it got 6 inches here and it's flooding." And I called the boy who was up there putting out deer feed. I called him up at the ranch. He said, "Well, we got 3/4 of an inch." And then the next morning, the boy called me again. "We got another 2 inches last night." I called him back at camp. He said, "We got another quarter, so we got an inch total." So
good.
But yeah, if anything's better than nothing, I guarantee you. Be happy with the good Lord sends you and don't complain.
Right. How's the bull business?
Oh, we just kind of rocking along. We did have a guy called yesterday asking about some Shirley bulls, and a guy come looked at the Mangus bulls, but just kind of plugging along here, filling holes for everybody if we can.
Good deal. Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Leroy Kruger.
Well, catch me on the mobile at 830-570-0660.
Hey, did your son get any rain at South Plains?
Last week he got or a few days ago he got 2.5 inches there. I guess it was last week, right before we got ours. He got some up there, and he said it's got a good chance of showers this week.
Yeah. I talked to a boy at Nazareth a while ago, and they had gotten 4/10 this morning. So maybe y'all caught some more there at South Plains.
Yeah, I think he did. We're going to break out some land and start getting stuff ready for wheat. So
yeah,
hope you got a rain.
All right, we'll talk to y'all later.
Yes, sir. Have a great one. Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. I'm Larry Marble from Down on the Farm, and we're on the line with Brandon DeBose from DeBose Pipe, Panel, and Gate. This what year they start?
Man, they started in 1976. Grandfather started this business, backyard in Lomita, Texas.
Brandon, describe your product line and services provided.
Yes, sir. We do entrances. We sell pipe. We sell livestock gates, pasture gates, heavy-duty corral gates. Any kind of gates you'd really need out there on your farm, your pasture, whatever it is.
The phrase that y'all use within the commercial is wholesale to the public.
We're under competitors' retail prices, and our panels are the first and only to ever have a lifetime warranty against any livestock. Our heavy-duty line, they're made out of a 2-inch Schedule 80 pipe frame and 1 5/8 14-gauge rails, and they're going to weigh around 150 pounds. We're very confident in the way they're built, the material they're built out of. We're very confident in our employees that put these things together. And, man, there's nothing more frustrating than going buying a competitor's panel and setting up your pins and having a bull try to jump out of it and tear 3 or 4 panels, and there you are having to go buy 3 or 4 more. When ours, man, you bring that panel back, show us where they try to jump through to jump over, and if it's damaged by any livestock beyond use, let us know, man. We replace it, no questions asked.
Now, you offer financing, too.
We go through a company called Sweet Pay Financing. It's been a very handy tool.
You're at the Lomita location. Give us your phone number for the Lomita location.
Lomita location, we can be reached at area code 512-752-3200.
And the website?
www.dubospanels.com.
We're on the line with Josh Tilkey from Karn City Auction Company. Josh, how was the last sale that we had?
This past Saturday, we had just a touch of rain, and everything is good to go. We had 540 cattle. Market was stronger on the quality calves, and packer cows a touch better as well.
Walk the pins with us.
Good steers 2 to 3 weights, 180 to 220. 3 to 4s, 170 to 235. 4 to 5s $1.65 to $2.20. 5 to 6s $1.60 to $1.85. 6 to 7s $1.40 to $1.65. Heifer mates 2 to 3 $1.60 to $1.90. 3 to 4s $1.65 to $1.92. 4 to 5 weights $1.45 to $1.85. 5 to 6s $1.38 to $1.60. 6 to 7s $1.25 to $1.50. Long boar yearlings $1.10 to $1.30. Older heifer yearlings $90 to $1.12. Bred cows $8.50 to $1,100. Paired cattle $9.50 to $11.50. Number one yielding cows 65 to 83. Number twos 52 to 80, and then Packer bulls 93 to $1.10. We had 160 sheep and goats on hand. That market's starting to pick up just a little, especially on the fleshy ones.
How about for this week, Josh?
This week we've got 2 or 3 good bunches of yearlings, a handful of Packer cows so far. We're just getting started, being Thursday evening, but I think we'll have another good run of $5.50 to $6.50 or so.
Tell everybody how to contact you.
You can use any of our services. Give us a call, 830-780-3382, or on the cell phone, 830-623-2855.
And the motto down there?
Long live Cowboys, Larry.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Neighbor, this portion of Down on the Farm brought to you by PMI Kerrville, 103 Lafayette, 830-367-7473. PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing. Pipe, valves, or fittings, plates, sheet, channel, beam, culverts, purlins, fencing, and supplies. They now stock new pipe and casings. Find them again. PMI Kerrville, 103 Lafayette, 830-367-7473. We're on the line with Rodney Butler, Beeville Livestock. Rodney, how's the sale shaping up for Friday?
We're going to be real short tomorrow, but we thank the dear Lord for the rains we had in the area. Everybody had anywhere from 3 to 5 inches in places. Some places didn't get that much. But anyway, we're tagging on 200 head with probably around 75 cows. Got some decent little black cows up there, all ages. A handful of palpates, a handful of pairs, and the rest are all yearlings.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for a short but wet sale day in Beeville.
Yes, sir. You can reach me here at Selborne at 361-358-1727. Or reach me on my mobile, 645-5002.
We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and take care.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends, Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil fill pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4 in 16 and 24 inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10 foot wide to 30 foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. We are on the line with Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Exchange Uvalde. Klein, how'd the cattle sale turn out?
Went pretty well. We had 514 head. Those Packer cows and bulls were pretty steady with last week. Didn't have just a whole lot of top-end cows, but still did well there. And those calves and yearlings were pretty steady with last week. Had lots of demand on those. Sure dollaring out some good numbers. Those choice steers, $1.45 to $1.70. Lightweights, $1.65 to $2.10. And those choice heifers, $1.20 to $1.55. And the lightweights, $1.45 to $1.80. Crossbred steers, $1.45 to $1.65. And those lightweights, $1.60 to $1.90. Those crossbred heifers, $1.15 to $1.50. And the lightweights, $1.45 to $1.75. Stocker cows today, $60 to $1. Packer bulls, $88 to $1.04. Those breaker cows are $72 to $84. And those cutters and canners were $44 to $64. And those Shelly cows are $15 to $25. 900 to 1,000 on those kind of better pairs today. We split most of those pairs out. Had a few kind of smaller pairs there, 7 to 900, and those bred cows, 650 to 1,000. So overall, a pretty good run there.
Good. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you for next week's sheep and goat sale on Tuesday, cattle on Thursday.
Call us at the office, 830-278-5621. My cell phone, 830-591-3241.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Neighbor, let's take a quick look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle, Tuggle and Company, Corpus, 800-288-4453. Milo through Corpus in August, East plus 90, 1260. Houston, 1260. Progresso, 1340. Yellow corn to Corpus in August, September plus 150, 769. Progresso, 815 and 3/4. Hard red winter wheat to Houston in August, September plus $1 bill, 912 and a half. And Houston beans, August delivery, November less 15, 1390 and a quarter. Texas cotton, 118.12 to 120.37, no bales sold. The average would have been about 119.24 on a 50-50 split. Neighbor, that's it for the best darn farm show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. No brag, just fact. All because you folks are the best darn farm show listener. I'm Larry Marble. Neighbor, go out and make it a grand Friday and a wonderful weekend, and then we'll see you back bright and early at 5:45 Monday morning.